Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. My thanks to the many, many, many of you who showed up Friday night in Riverside to see Boys Night Out. Wow. What a night. You'll hear about it. Believe me, word gets around. Hardcore. Thank you for that. Tragedy in Pakistan, India. 20,000 dead. A real tragedy. You know what's a bigger tragedy? Is that wait times at technical support went up 5 minutes today. Keep that in mind. Don't repeat that one at the office, please. You'll be sent to the Human Resources Department immediately. I was on the phone with American Express. It seemed like forever. Jesus. You're going to have to go back to using prisoners and stuff. I mean, come on. What do they do? Come back with their tail between their legs? You try to find Americans to go work at these places? You know, a problem? Wonder if you'd like your old job back? Believable. Anyway, on another note, not so funny. Of course, many of you don't think that was funny, but on another note, not so funny. I didn't want to let the day pass without a mention of Tracy Miller, who I worked with for many years, radio personality, and who also worked on our L.A. station, 97.1, the FM talk station. She did the news on the Jonathan Brandmeier show, back when there was a Jonathan Brandmeier show. And Tracy died over the weekend at age 51. And I can only say that she was a wonderful person. I liked her a lot. I liked her voice. I liked the way she sounded on the air, but more importantly, I liked her just to hang out with. Good person. Hate to see that happen. 2 daughters. And my condolences to her family and all the friends who knew her in the radio business. This has not yet appeared in the newspapers, so there's probably a lot of people who don't know about this yet. But you'll be seeing it. It was in Variety today. Tracy Miller dead at 51. All right, let's move on with what we normally do here, as we always do. Nothing stops us. Look at this uplifting story, all you romantics out there, all you lovers out there. I mean, I'm just curious, how many of you out there are romantic? How many of you are lovers? You're in love with being in love. Doesn't matter what happens to others, it will never happen to you. Ever, right? Isn't that what all the young lovers say? I don't care what happens to other people, this will never happen to me. Because our love is different from any other love. Our love is stronger than other love. Our love will stand the test of time. Oh, yeah. All the people under 25 who get married, they all say that. They call this show and say that. They say it to each other. They say it to their families. They say it to their friends. Oh, yes. I know plenty of people are getting divorced. Plenty of people break up. Plenty of people screw around. But that won't happen to us. Many of you just are charging down the aisle like bulls in china shops right now. You just can't resist. You've got to get married. You've got to do it, right? Got to? Got to. Dateline Jacksonville, Florida. All you young lovers out there, pay attention. A man fatally shot his wife and then himself while discussing their upcoming divorce with his attorney on the telephone, police said. Michael Jenkins threatened to shoot sheriff's deputies who had come to the home after receiving a report of a possible domestic dispute, according to Major Craig Aldrich. During the standoff, Jenkins called his attorney to talk about the divorce, Aldrich said. After gunshots were heard inside the home, 3 hours later, police broke into the building and found the two bodies. Jenkins' attorney was still on the phone when the shots were fired, Aldrich said. Couple, both in their 30s, married for about 12 years, probably got married too young, like I tell you girls and boys. Police said the couple's four children, ages 4 through 12. What a loving home. Ages 4 through 12 were attending church with their grandparents when the shootings took place. The Lord works in mysterious ways. Thanks a lot, God. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, we regularly like to feature stories like this that are reminders why you don't want to get married. In this case, obviously, divorce is a harrowing experience, stressful, a stress level that doctors measure at the stress level of the death of a loved one, like your mom or your dad. Divorce is right up there, same stress, like 100 on a scale of 100. And it's especially unfair to guys. It's wrong to shoot anybody, even yourself. It's wrong. And let me make that clear. It's wrong. But as long as people keep getting married, and as long as the divorce laws make divorce such a harrowing experience, this is the kind of thing you can expect to happen from time to time, maybe more often than time to time. It's still another reason why I tell you, don't get married. Avoid serious relationships as long as possible. Because somewhere along the way, boys, somehow they carve your heart out. They stab you, they carve your heart out, and they feed it to the cat. Fluffy the cat, of course. You don't want to be doing that. Because this is one of the places it can end up. There you are, married since you're 21 or 22, 4 kids, wanting to get a divorce, and you just can't take it anymore, and so you blow your wife's brains out and you blow your own brains out. That's what happens when you're under that kind of stress. Why put yourself there? You tell me, young lovers.
Tom Leykis.
1-800-5800-TOM.
Tom Leykis.
1-800-5800-866.
Excuse me while I scratch my balls.
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM. Is our telephone number. Eddie on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, how's it going, Tom?
Pretty good, Eddie.
I've been listening to you for about a year, and first-time caller. And I've come to know that, a lot of things that you talk over the phone is, a lot of common sense, a lot of truth. But anyways, the reason I'm calling is because I've been married with this girl for about a year now. September 25th was our 1-year anniversary. And I really don't know why I got married. Seems like somehow she kind of sucked me into it, kind of manipulated me into getting married.
How'd she do that?
Well,
she
the most
sucked you in.
A woman has.
Okay.
And I got 2 kids with her, and it's just to this day, I can't.
Wait, how long have you been married?
For 1 year.
And you have 2 kids.
Yeah.
Well, one way she sucked you in was by having a baby before you got married.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which you allowed.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So she had the hammerlock over you.
Yeah.
Which you gave her.
Yeah.
You said, here, hammer me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, basically that's what that's what happened, yeah.
Right.
And it's now I can't even figure it out. It's just the more I try to go along with her, the more she tries to screw with my head.
Because you gave her the screwdriver.
Well, how do I take it away? How do I stop that?
You have to get out.
Get out, huh?
Well, because you gave your negotiating position away.
Right. Right.
The time to negotiate is before you get married. If you ever get married. Why did you need to be married? Why did you need to have a baby?
I just thought with the wrong head, Tom.
Yeah, well, you know what? That head should have been covered.
Yeah, exactly.
And it wasn't.
A little too late. Well, the thing is, it's cheaper to keep her than, I don't want to be on, I don't want to be on child support.
But you're paying it right now.
Yeah. Boy,
you're paying child support. You're just not writing a check.
That's what it basically boils down to, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So your advice is just dump her and leave her, huh?
Well, she's putting the hammer on you. She's screwing with your head. You've told her as much. By the way, I'll bet you're not having half the sex you used to.
No, we're not. We are not.
Are you having any?
Rarely.
Rarely. Yeah, because now she can say no to you. You gave her the power.
Okay. It's the thing that it doesn't really even turn me on anymore.
By the way, if you stay with her longer, she'll have more kids. Right?
True. Yeah.
You're Mexican?
No doubt. No doubt about that.
Are you Mexican, Eddie?
I'm Hispanic, not Mexican. Hispanic.
How about your girlfriend, your wife, whatever?
Yeah, she's Mexican.
Yeah. She going to stop at 2 kids?
Yeah. I don't want any more kids.
Well, let's be honest, but do you think she's going to stop?
Well, we've come to a mutual agreement where we said we're both 2 kids is enough.
You've said that, but has she had her tubes tied, a tubal ligation? No.
Well, the thing is, she says I got to get the vasectomy because she had the kids.
No, you have to get a vasectomy because she wants to reserve her right to have more kids, possibly with the next guy after she divorces you. You're laughing.
Oh, because you tell her, you know what, you speak the truth, man.
That's why she wants you to get the vasectomy.
That's good.
You ever think about that?
No. Never thought about that.
I mean, she was already in having the baby. She could have had the tubal ligation at the same time. It's frequently done. Why didn't she?
Exactly.
Because after you two split up, the new guy is going to want to have a baby with her, and she's going to want to be able to say yes. Right?
Yeah. See, the thing is, I don't know if I'm in love with her or I'm just used to her.
You're not in love with her.
I'm just used to her, maybe?
She treats you like crap. Why would you be in love with someone who treats you like crap?
I don't know. I can't, I don't know.
Do you hate yourself?
No, I don't hate well, yeah.
I mean, that's the only reason you would be in love with someone who hates you or treats you badly. Because you hate you.
Oh, man. Okay. I'll take
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. If someone treats you like crap, it's time to go.
Yeah, exactly.
You told her. She's not listening. Now, if you want to save it, your last-ditch stop is a couples counselor or a marriage therapist. That is, if you want to save it.
Well, the thing is, I don't. I really don't.
All right, then it's time to go.
So many hot babes out there.
Well, let me tell you, you're having sex occasionally. Are you using a condom?
With my wife?
Mm-hmm.
Well, because she goes and gets a shot.
Uh-huh. And, those shots don't... When those shots wear off, is there a little bell that goes ding, 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 ding?
Yeah.
Is there?
Yeah.
I'm asking you, is there?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
No. No, there isn't. So what happens when you're not using a condom and the Depo wears off?
She gets pregnant again.
Again. That's right. And then she'll say it's your fault because you didn't get the vasectomy.
I'll be in a bigger hole than I am now.
That's right. How long ago did you get the shot, by the way?
She gets it every month. You know what? She hasn't got it for about 2 months. So I didn't give you the full story. So what's really going on here?
And she's trying to get knocked up again. You're going to be paying her forever. If you don't get out, she'll be having another one. How long did it take you to have 2? How old's the oldest?
My oldest is 5.
5?
Yeah.
So you've been with her since you were 18 or before?
Yeah. It's like 18.
Right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe that?
How's that working? How's that working out for you?
Not for the best.
Yeah, I know.
I work, go to school, and it's just I get home, and it's just not enough. She just throw a bunch of garbage on me.
Well, You gave her the key to the vault. You gave it to her.
Well, how do I get back at her? You know.
Get out.
Get out while I still can.
Forget about revenge. Get out.
Okay.
Just do it. By the way, Eddie, how's she look these days?
Yeah, she doesn't. Well, she's okay. She's average, I guess.
Average meaning what, 160 pounds?
No, a little less. Like,
A little less, 150 pounds?
no, I'd say about 130, 125, 30.
And she's like 5'1", right?
Yeah, she's about 5'7", I think.
5'7"?
Yeah.
Come on, she's not 5'7".
Yeah, she really is, Tom.
The only Mexican girls I ever meet who are 5'7" have white dads.
White girl's white. She's about 5'7", because I'm 5'9".
She's 5'7"?
Yes,
She's got to be the tallest Mexican chick I've ever heard of.
Really?
Ever.
No. Well,
My God.
Person.
What's that?
No, she really is 5'7".
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So how much weight has she gained since you been dating her when you were 18?
Oh, I would say about maybe 30 pounds.
30 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's not as good looking as she was before, but
By the way, she was never 5'7" and 100 pounds.
okay, maybe not.
Only if she lived in a concentration camp, which probably means she's more like 145.
Okay. Okay, maybe 145.
Yeah. You got to put her on a scale and take a look.
I should. She'll probably get offended, though.
Do a little weigh-in. Just tell you want to see if the scale is accurate.
There you go.
That's how you do. You ever want to get a chick on a scale? Dean's writing this down. If you ever want to get a chick on a scale to see if she's been ballooning up, tell her, honey, I weighed myself this morning, and I don't know. The scale seems to be wrong. Would you step on it? I just want to see if it's accurate.
Okay, I will try that today.
Yeah, give that a shot. That's like anytime you want to know how old a chick is,
Okay.
tell her you want to see her picture on her driver's license.
Okay.
Don't tell her you're looking at the date of birth.
Don't you think they'll catch on, though? That's kind of an obvious one.
Eddie, it's not that obvious.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, you show her your driver's license. Look at my picture. Terrible. I'll bet yours is better than mine. Let me see yours. You know how many women I've busted this way? Women who claim to be 32, who are 46 and stuff like that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, exactly.
And they all thought that I was looking at their pictures. And I found out that that they were born in the 50s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Eddie, there's ways to do this. But the bottom line, Eddie, you got to get out. And you got to stop having sex with her. You're going to have another kid. I mean, you know,
with other women.
Let me review, Eddie. You know she's not on the shot and hasn't been for 2 months. And you continue to have sex with her without a condom. What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think?
Yeah,
You've already spun the Wheel of Fortune twice. I'm asking you, what do you think happens?
Well, it's going to get, another kid and it's going to be a lot.
But don't you think? When you know she's not on the shot, that's when you put the Jimmy on, baby. What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you crazy?
Yeah.
What do you do for a living, Eddie?
I work, I'm a chef.
You're a chef.
Yeah.
At a good restaurant?
Yeah, not really. It's a Hawaiian restaurant.
It's a what?
A Hawaiian restaurant.
Oh, like a plate lunch restaurant?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So,
That can't pay well, Eddie.
no.
When lunch is $4.99, I guarantee you're not getting paid a lot.
No. Well, it's not 5 figures.
You're a chef. You turn on the rice cooker at 11:30, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. He's a chef. Chef Boyardee. Look, Eddie, you're going to support 3 or 4 kids on that money? I want you to tell me honestly.
No.
Then when you find out she's not on birth control, why aren't you using it?
Mackey's birth control?
Condom.
That's me?
Condom.
Oh, condom.
Condom. The only form of birth control men have.
It don't feel the same with a condom on.
Does paying some bitch for 18 years of your life feel good?
No.
Let's compare. 30 seconds of ejaculation, 18 years of paying somebody you're not having sex with anymore. What feels better?
Oh, 30 seconds, no doubt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Is it worth it, though? Let's do a little cost-benefit analysis. 30 seconds of ejaculation, 18 years of payments. Do you know how many hookers you could hire with that amount of child support? The hottest chicks in the world?
Oh, and I have. Trust me.
But point is, hookers go away. They don't want to be your girlfriend. They don't ask for a promise ring. They don't want to move into your place. They don't know if you're married or have kids, and they don't care.
Exactly.
Think about it. Eddie, how much do you make?
25 a month.
2,500?
Yeah, a month.
2,500 a month. That's it?
That's it. And then I do like little.
So you make $30,000 a year, and you're supporting 4 people on that.
Well, she works as well, so.
How much does she make?
She makes a little less than me. I think she makes like 17, I think.
Right, 17. Great. Look, let's look at your 30,000. Okay. What are they going to take out? 25% of your pay? Pay your child support?
Damn.
As it is today, you'd be paying $7,500 a year, or about $600 a month. You have more kids? More.
Wow.
Ever think about these things before you start having sex?
No.
Maybe you should.
Yeah. Well, that's why I decided to call
That's a lot of plate lunches there, Eddie.
Yeah.
That's a lot of teriyaki chicken.
Yeah, it sure is.
It's a lot of pineapple slices.
Okay.
It's a lot of styrofoam containers.
Oh, man. There you go, styrofoam containers. That's how we serve it.
Yeah, I know. You're going to be making mahi-mahi until you're 117 years old.
Oh, man, how did I get myself into this, man?
Yeah, I think we all know.
Tom Leykis.
1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
You need fat at certain places of the body.
Yeah, right. And if you got big boobs, come on in.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles, it's the Tom Leykis Show. At 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Jake on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Jake.
Hey, how's it going today?
So far, so good.
That's great. I was calling because my wife and I'm 23 and she is she's 20. And we are the traditional, well, I say traditional, but we ended up getting pregnant before we were married.
No, we were not pregnant, Jake. Don't be a pussy.
Okay, she was pregnant.
Boy, I can already tell who wears the pants in your family. Any man who says we were pregnant.
Well, it takes two, Tom.
No. You made someone pregnant, but you were not pregnant. You cannot be pregnant.
Okay.
And saying we were pregnant makes you a pussy.
Okay. Well, she was pregnant, and we ended up getting married, and we've been married a little over, probably about a year and a half now. And our marriage is actually great. You know, it's not easy.
Well, why did you allow her to get pregnant?
It kind of happened, you know.
No, it didn't kind of happen. You, as you just told me, takes two, you made it happen.
Well, naturally, yeah.
In fact, you just told me you made it happen.
Well, yeah.
So it didn't just happen. This was not divine intervention or an immaculate conception. You made it happen. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because, well, it's just what happens when you don't use protection.
Why didn't you use protection? Because you had low self-esteem and you thought you were never going to amount to anything more than you are today.
Oh, actually, that's way incorrect.
Well, what did you think you would add up to?
Well, like, I'm going to school right now to be a biologist. I only have another 2.5 years.
Well, you're not there yet, pal.
Well, yeah, it's not an overnight thing.
Well, it's not an overnight thing because you delayed yourself by having a baby, getting married, taking time off from school. You haven't been going to school all this time.
Yeah, I have, actually. I just got...
How many years do you have to go to college to become a biologist?
No, that's also incorrect as well.
I said, how many years?
Oh, I thought you said 8 years. It's only 4 years. And then, like, you have, like, a year afterward of just, like, finishing school and stuff like that.
All right, well, let's do a little quick mathematics here. You'll be done when you're 25.
Right.
Most people go to college when they're 18.
Right.
That's 7 years. You just said it's 4 years plus 1. Where are the other 2 years of your life, Jake?
Well, I went to the Air Force, and I actually just got out. See, I went to the Air Force to pay for school so I can do it debt-free.
I knew the military had to be involved here somewhere.
Yeah, but it's actually, you know what, in retrospect, none of it's bad, though.
Well, you're only 23, Jake.
Right, I'm only 23, but I first of all, you're incorrect about my low self-esteem. I actually have a very high self-esteem.
Well, if you had high self-esteem, you'd have a baby when you were ready, and you would control that.
Why would that affect, why would that cause...
Because it's like tying a stone around you when you're trying to do something. I mean,
because I have a kid at 23.
Right? Why? Yeah, because you're trying to go to school, and you probably have to spend time with the kid. You probably have to stay up with the kid some nights. And in fact, you probably do it more than your wife does, being that we were pregnant. But my guess is you probably have more of the responsibility than she does.
Actually, that's also incorrect. Yeah.
Really?
She only works like 20 hours a week, and I work, 40.
So you have no baby responsibilities at all?
Well, it's my son. I want to have responsibility.
Well, that's my point. Yeah, the point is you could always have a baby. You could have done it after you finished college, after you became a biologist.
Right. And
why? What was the rush to do it?
There's no rush necessarily.
Well, clearly there was, because you didn't think you needed birth control. So clearly you didn't mind having a baby.
Well, we didn't want one, but having one wasn't like...
If you didn't want one, why weren't you using birth control?
Well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? How do you answer that?
Answer it with the correct answer, the truth.
Well, the truth is,
Truth is, you didn't care. You didn't think about it. You just did whatever you felt like doing.
Well, you're just kind of like,
And someone who is really focused with their lives, they don't do that.
It's an act of...
I made it to 49 years old. I don't have children by design.
Well, and you know what?
It just happened. It doesn't just happen. Yeah, but that's my goal was becoming who I am today. That was my goal.
And what are you today, Tom?
I am a 7-figure earning person. Successful. I can retire today. That's what I am.
What were you doing at the age of 23? Were you almost graduated from college?
I couldn't afford to go to college. I had to drop out, and I did not go into the Air Force to pay for it.
So you couldn't go to college?
I could not afford it.
Oh, okay. Well, so wouldn't you say that at my age, I have already accomplished more than you had at your age?
No. Have you graduated yet? No. Are you a biologist? No. Do you make 7 figures? No.
You're 49.
Doesn't matter. I've been doing this for years.
But by the time...
I didn't just get here.
By the time I'm 49...
I've been on since before you were born, for Christ's sake.
I could surpass you in so many levels.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it. Right now, all you've proven, all you know about biology is how to stick it in and not protect yourself.
When I'm
all
49,
you know.
You probably won't even be alive anymore.
Well, that may very well be true. But guess what? That's only because you were born after me, not because of any shortcomings on my behalf.
You could get in a car wreck today.
So could you. And in fact, with a kid in a baby seat, having to look back to see if the kid's good all the time, you're much more likely to go than I am.
No, I have one of the special mirrors.
Right.
But anyway, I just wanted to call and
sound awfully bitter over there.
Just because a young married person has a kid and they weren't ready for it doesn't mean that they have a low self-esteem.
Yes, it does, because you didn't plan. You didn't plan it. This is not the best plan.
You're exactly right. I'll agree with you on that point. It's not the best plan. But that doesn't mean that it's bad. I have a great marriage. I have a great...
You're 23. When people have bad marriages, they don't know it at 23. They know it at 28, 29, 30. That's when you're going to find out if it's good or bad.
Well, I think you have to work at marriage.
You've been married 1 year.
Over a year.
Ooh, 1.5 years. Ooh, guess what?
I'm right.
After your 5th or 6th or 7th anniversary, you get back to me.
And providing you haven't croaked, I will.
You're awfully angry over there, Jake. The shoe must fit a lot better than you're admitting. Tommy, what did you want to say to Jake?
Hey, Jake, was this your first girlfriend? It's got to be your first girlfriend.
No. Actually, I know what. How
many girlfriends have you had before you got this one pregnant? How many?
I'm going to say over. I'm going to say over 30, and I'm not exaggerating.
You had over 30 girlfriends. You're telling me you had over
28 of them took MasterCard and Visa.
But
You had the first time you had sex. You had sex with this girl for the first time. You get her pregnant, and now you're married. And now you're going to be a biologist.
No.
What are you going to do with a biology major? What are you going to do with that?
Well,
what are you going to do with
that? I live
that?
in Seattle, Washington. There's all kinds of things to do with that.
Give me one. Give me one. Just give me one.
Hanford's nuclear cleanup.
Nuclear cleanup.
That's going to take years to fix.
Well, you have to fix this marriage. A year and a half?
My marriage is great. There's nothing to fix.
You don't know what great is after a year and a half. Wait till you get 30.
I think that
how much money do you make? How much money do you make in a year? I'm just kind of curious.
I just got out of the Air Force, so I only made $14,000 a year.
And you're going to support a kid with that? Do you live at home with your parents?
No.
Where do you live?
I live in Washington, like on my own.
What kind of rent do you pay? I'm kind of curious.
Like $700 a month for.
Oh my God.
Well, yeah, we're 23. Like I think, like just from talking to you, I think you've had a long history of bad relationships, and you can't understand or comprehend when it's like.
No. I've been married 30 years. I just kind of figure all you young guys are going to figure out what you're going to be doing.
Well, why would you have such a bad outlook on marriage? You should be, saying like, oh,
marriage sucks. Hey, let me tell you something. Marriage
have a
sucks.
good marriage.
Marriage sucks. After 30 years, I can talk about how bad marriage is. Let me tell you something. So marriage is not great after a year and a half, buddy. Let me tell you something.
People that have been married over 30 years that have a great marriage. And I think it's all about attitude.
You don't know great yet. You don't know great yet. You watch when you get her pregnant again. After you knock her up again, you got 2 kids at home. She can't work. And then you're stuck at home with about 4 or 5 kids with this biology major cleaning up nuclear waste, Jake. It ain't going to happen. You shouldn't have been gotten married at that age. You should wait till you're at least 30 years old.
I'm not arguing the point that there's more responsible ways to have a family, but I'm saying
but you can't call up and you can't be putting down Tom. That's the whole thing. Because Tom's the man. Let me tell you, Tom. If I would have done Tom 30 years ago,
you called up to protect Tom. You're not even disagreeing with him.
I'm not protecting Tom. I'm not protecting Tom. What I'm saying is, I'm hearing all this thing talking about. He's not going to make it when he's 45 or 49. I'm listening to what you were saying, and you have no business getting married at 23 years old. 23. So all the guys out there, listen to Tom. Wait till you're 30. Wait till you're 35. Don't get married at a young age. Do not get married, and plus, don't get anybody pregnant.
What's wrong with getting married at a young age? I can understand it's maybe not everyone's
not even the best goal. If you had 30 relationships, you would have gotten married at 23.
They weren't like hardcore relationships. I didn't even have any kind of really physical contact with those. You know what I'm saying?
How many did you have physical contact with? How many did you have physical contact with?
I'm not going to. I don't know.
None.
You don't know, Tom.
None. He doesn't know. None.
But you guys are coming from the point, and other people, a lot of people listen to this show, and I just want you guys to know that it's okay to get married young as long as you're mature enough and you have enough responsibility to take care of the situation.
You don't know responsibility, buddy. You don't know what responsibility is. If you would have known responsibility.
I just spent the last 4 years protecting you guys. I don't know what responsibility is.
I'm a Vietnam veteran. Don't even talk about, don't even go there. Don't even go there, buddy. Don't even go there.
Look, whoever
you were in the Air Force, what were you protecting? What were you protecting the Air Force by? What was your MOS, by the way? I'm curious. When you're a flyboy, what were you? And I was an age ranger. You know what an age ranger is? An age ranger. What's that? Explain to me.
Classified. I can't tell you.
Oh, classified. Just like nuclear waste.
You can look it up on the internet.
Blow me up, Tom.
Classified. There you go. As opposed to a turd burglar.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-866. Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
That's a good slogan for our show. Better than a fatal accident.
The Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show. And we love your input here, and I read it all. Our email address is my name. It's tom@blowmeuptom.com. Tom@blowmeuptom.com. By the way, we've revamped the website. Everybody says that. And we've done it. You can go to www.blowmeuptom.com. It's www. They should ban that phrase from the radio, by the way. www. .blowmeuptom.com. You can call our comment line at 310-842-9592.
The Tom Leykis Show.